You're about to realize something the world doesn't want you to know, that everything you thought about yourself, your life, and your reality is a lie. Quantum physics has already proven it. You are not who you think you are. Every thought you have, every emotion you feel is shaping the world around you in ways you've never noticed. Today you will learn the 12 quantum lessons that will awaken you, reveal the truth of your infinite potential, and show you how to collapse reality into the life you were always meant to live. You've been taught that reality is solid, fixed, linear. You wake up, you walk, you live, and you think you are following a straight line. But quantum physics reveals something far more astonishing. Reality is not a single path. It is a field of infinite potential, a river of possibilities flowing in every direction at once. Every decision, every thought, every fleeting intention spins off countless threads, realities that exist simultaneously, unseen, unmeasured, waiting for your consciousness to touch them. If you pay attention, your reality will never be the same again. Imagine standing at a crossroads that does not exist. There is no single road. Instead, a myriad of invisible pathways stretches before you. Every choice, every hesitation, every silent thought, each one collapses one of these infinite possibilities into the tangible world you perceive. Your reality is not pre-written. It is constantly being rewritten by the sheer force of awareness. The particles that compose your body, your mind, your surroundings live in a dance of probability. Electrons don't move in a straight line. They occupy clouds of potential, shimmering with possibility until observed. And here is the shocking part. You are the observer. Your attention, your focus, your consciousness, it is what chooses which possibility becomes reality. So when you feel stuck, when you see limitations, remember those are only the probabilities you've been observing. There are countless other threads, other realities, other versions of your life that are waiting, ready, eager for you to shift your focus. The universe is a quantum playground, and you are both player and creator. This means that nothing is fixed. The you know, the life you know, even the world you think is immutable, all of it is fluid. Every thought you hold, every belief you reinforce, every emotion you nurture is a vote cast into the quantum field, pulling one reality closer, pushing another away. You are not at the mercy of circumstance. You are the architect of probability. The question then arises, if infinite realities exist, which one will you choose? Will you allow the old familiar patterns to dominate, keeping you trapped in the loop you've always known? Or will you awaken to the truth that the reality you experience is a reflection of the probabilities you amplify, the focus you give, the energy you radiate? Your reality is not a single, unchangeable stream. It is a living, breathing web of infinite possibilities, and you are the spark that brings one of them into form. Today, as you hear these words, know this: the version of you that chooses awareness, that embraces the quantum nature of reality, already exists. You simply need to align with it, focus on it, and allow it to manifest. The universe is probabilistic. You are probabilistic. And together, your consciousness and the cosmos are collapsing possibility into the life you were always meant to live. Here lies the power and the responsibility. The probabilistic nature of the universe is not a loophole to escape life. It is a gateway to mastery. Once you understand this, you begin to see life differently. You notice subtle shifts, moments when a thought, a feeling, or even a glance alters the course of events. You start to recognize your own quantum signature woven into the tapestry of existence. Reality is not waiting for you to discover it. Reality responds to you. Every moment, the universe waits silently, holding infinite possibilities in its unseen hands. And then you look, and the unseen becomes seen. This is the most profound secret quantum physics whispers. Observation collapses possibility into reality. You are not merely living life, you are actively shaping it, moment by moment, breath by breath, glance by glance. Imagine a single particle of light suspended in the void. In one instant, it exists everywhere at once, a shimmering wave of infinite potential. But as soon as it is observed, measured, acknowledged, it collapses into a single point. A choice crystallized into form. Now imagine that particle is you, and that particle is your life. Every thought you hold, every feeling you entertain, every conscious awareness is a force of collapse, bringing one reality forward and letting countless others fade into the shadows of the unseen. When you realize this, the world transforms. You are no longer a passive witness to life. You are the magnet of manifestation, the lens through which the universe selects which potential becomes real. A fleeting doubt, a moment of fear, a thought of limitation. These are not harmless. They ripple outward, shaping the particles, the events, the circumstances of your world. But equally, a focused intention, a clear vision, a pure observation of possibility can reshape the trajectory of your entire life. Now, consider the vast implications. If your attention creates reality, then you have been, perhaps unknowingly, collapsing realities you didn't intend. Times of fear, worry, or doubt were not just thoughts, they were quantum signals shaping the life you experience. And yet, here lies the liberation. If observation shapes reality, then conscious observation transforms it. The moment you become aware, the moment you witness with intent, you reclaim the steering wheel of your existence. This is the art of becoming a quantum observer. It is not about magic, nor is it about waiting for some external force to act. It is about recognizing your inherent power, acknowledging that the universe is not separate from you. Every glance, every breath, every heartbeat is a quantum interaction, a decision in the infinite web of reality. Observation is not just looking, it is alignment. It is the conscious, deliberate act of witnessing the universe with clarity and intent. Every time you focus on abundance, love, health, or clarity, the quantum field responds. It cannot resist your awareness. Every possibility that resonates with your attention draws closer. The universe bends, it folds, it aligns to your conscious gaze. Remember this truth. The world you see is the reflection of where you place your attention. Your observation is your superpower. The quantum universe is alive, responsive, waiting for you to awaken. And when you do, when you truly witness with awareness, you realize you are not just in the universe, you are the universe choosing itself into being. When you observe consciously, you are no longer at the mercy of life's currents. You are the point of focus around which reality crystallizes. You are the watcher that collapses possibility into form, the architect whose gaze commands matter, energy, and experience. Every second holds potential, every perception contains power, and every moment you observe with clarity is a moment in which the universe listens, responds, and rearranges itself around your conscious will. Everything you see, touch, or experience begins not as matter but as energy. Every tree, every mountain, every drop of water, every beat of your heart. Before it became tangible, it was vibration, rhythm, frequency. Quantum physics shows us that form is the shadow of energy, the echo of invisible currents that precede existence. Reality is first conceived in the invisible realm, then shaped into the physical world you perceive. This means that before you create, you must first vibrate. Energy is the blueprint, form is the result. Your thoughts, emotions, and consciousness emit frequencies that magnetize experiences into your reality. When you are aligned with love, joy, clarity, and intention, you are sending powerful quantum signals, preparing the universe to reflect these energies back into physical form. Imagine your thoughts as waves of energy flowing into the vast quantum sea. Each intention pulses outward, stirring the fabric of reality. Every desire, every fear, every hope is energy in motion, creating ripples that shape the world around you long before it appears. The body, the mind, even the life you live are all crystallizations of energy patterns that exist first in the unseen. Now, consider the unseen nature of energy. It cannot be touched, yet it shapes everything. It cannot be measured fully, yet it determines the trajectory of all form. This is why so many people struggle. They focus only on the visible, tangible world, ignoring the invisible currents that are truly orchestrating their lives. You are constantly sending energy, whether consciously or unconsciously, and the universe is constantly listening, responding, and shaping the form of your life based on these vibrations. Energy precedes form in everything: the heartbeat, the thought, the decision. Even your body itself is a coalescence of vibrational patterns, a temporary crystallization of atomic energy. The mind is the conductor, the consciousness is the observer, and energy is the raw material of creation. If you can master the energy, the form will follow naturally, effortlessly, in alignment with your highest intentions. This is the key to manifestation. Stop struggling to force change in the material world. Stop fighting what appears fixed. Instead, tune your energy, align your frequency, focus your attention, and the universe will mirror your vibrations. Form is obedient to energy. It listens, it adapts, it shifts. What you perceive as reality is simply energy that has been observed, focused, and crystallized into matter. Every intention you hold, every emotion you nurture, every belief you reinforce is energy shaping your world. And when you understand this, you realize the quantum field is not outside you, it is inside you, responsive to your consciousness, your body, your mind, your life, your reality. They are all energy first, form second. You are a living frequency, capable of influencing the structure of your universe, bending it to align with the energy you radiate. You are not alone. Not in the way you think. Not just physically, not just socially, not just emotionally. At the deepest level of existence, quantum physics reveals a truth so profound, it shatters the illusion of separateness. Everything is connected. Every particle, every atom, every molecule, every thought, every intention is entwined with every other, across space, across time, across dimensions. This is quantum entanglement, and it is the invisible thread that weaves all of reality together. So now take a moment to feel it. The pulse of your existence, the invisible currents moving through and around you, the vibrations that precede every action, every creation. Align your energy, focus your consciousness, and watch as the world reshapes itself around your frequency. This is the ultimate truth. Energy is the origin of everything, and you, dear quantum traveler, are both the source and the observer. Imagine two particles, born together, then sent to opposite ends of the universe. Light years apart, they remain mysteriously linked. A change to one instantaneously affects the other, as if distance is nothing more than a shadow, an illusion. This is entanglement, the universe speaking to itself, showing you that separation is a lie, that connection is fundamental, that you are never truly isolated. Now, consider yourself. You are made of trillions of particles, each vibrating, each interacting, each carrying the echo of everything else in existence. Your thoughts, your emotions, your actions, your very presence ripple outwards in ways you cannot yet perceive. When you feel joy, compassion, or love, these vibrations travel beyond your body, beyond your environment, beyond the people immediately around you. You are a node in the infinite web of cosmic entanglement, and your consciousness resonates with countless others, whether seen or unseen. This principle transforms how you view life, relationships, and reality itself. Every interaction, no matter how small, is not isolated. Every glance, every word, Every choice is a quantum signal, sending waves into the field of interconnected existence. When you hurt someone, you are not only affecting them, you are affecting the entangled field of reality, threads that bind you to the universe itself. And conversely, every act of kindness, every thought of empathy, every pulse of pure intention sends healing vibrations into the unseen lattice of being. Entanglement also dissolves time. Particles entangled now can respond to each other instantly, regardless of the temporal distance. This teaches a profound lesson. You are connected to past and future selves, to ancestors, to those yet to be born, to possibilities you cannot yet imagine. The energy you emit now reverberates backward and forward, influencing realities that you have not consciously entered. You are not simply living in a moment, you are co-creating across timelines. And here is where it becomes mystical. Entanglement is not merely physics. It is consciousness. It is the hidden bridge between your inner world and the universe. You are not a drop in the ocean. You are a frequency in the vast resonant symphony of existence, capable of influencing patterns far beyond your immediate perception. Every intention, every thought, every heartbeat is entangled with all that is, was, and ever will be. Your energy is a force that unites realities, binds souls, and shapes the unseen fabric of life. The implications are immense. If all is connected, isolation is an illusion. Separation is a story your mind has been told. Loneliness is a veil over the truth that you are woven into everything, participating in a cosmic dance of infinite connections. Your challenges, your relationships, your victories and your losses are not just personal, they are echoes in the entangled web, threads tugging at the whole. You are never outside of reality. You are at the center of its interconnected flow, whether you recognize it or not. This is the hidden power of entanglement. Once you perceive the threads, once you feel the resonance, once you acknowledge the invisible connections, you gain mastery over influence, over energy, over consciousness. You begin to understand why thoughts, intentions, and meditations can ripple across distances. You see why collective consciousness matters, why global shifts can occur, why human energy, focused, coherent, and intentional, has the power to alter timelines and realities. So now, pause, feel your breath, feel your heartbeat. Imagine the threads stretching outward from your very being, touching every consciousness, every particle, every star, every timeline. You are not alone. You have never been alone. You are entangled with the entire universe, and every choice, every thought, every pulse of your existence resonates through this infinite lattice. This is the quantum truth. Connection is everything, and you are the conscious force at its center. The universe is not a collection of isolated parts. You are not an island. You are a vibrating node, entangled with stars, with planets, with galaxies, with all living beings, and with all potential realities. And when you truly feel this, when your awareness merges with this truth, a shift occurs. You no longer operate as a lone observer. You operate as a conscious participant in the infinite entangled web, capable of sending waves of creation, love, and transformation across the cosmos. Reality is not a single road. It is not a straight line. It is not a fixed destiny. Quantum physics reveals something far more shocking, far more empowering, far more dangerous for the old self you're leaving behind. Multiple timelines exist simultaneously, layered like shimmering mirrors of possibility. And you, yes you, are the one who chooses which timeline becomes your life. Every moment is a crossroads. Every emotion is a signal. Every thought is a direction. You are not moving through time. Time is moving through you. You are the projector, the selector, the observer collapsing one version of reality from infinite potentials. This means that the you struggling, the you thriving, the you awakening, the you who gave up, the you who rose, all of them exist. All are real. All are possible, but only one becomes the timeline you inhabit, based on the frequency you hold. Every intention is a command sent into the quantum field. Imagine reality as a cosmic kaleidoscope, infinite versions of your life rotating around you like luminous geometric wheels. With every shift in thought or energy, the kaleidoscope turns. New patterns emerge. Old ones dissolve. Entire destinies rearrange themselves in response to the vibration you emit. This isn't fantasy. This is the quantum truth behind the multiverse of your own existence. Here is the part most people never understand. Timelines are frequency-based. You shift timelines not by changing the world, but by changing your state of consciousness. Your emotions are frequencies. Your intentions are frequencies. Your beliefs are frequencies. When you vibrate in fear, doubt, or limitation, you collapse into timelines where those energies dominate. But when you shift into clarity, love, courage, focus, you instantly align with timelines where your desires already exist. The universe does not move slowly. It does not require time to adjust. It responds immediately to your vibration. You shift timelines the moment your inner state shifts. This is why the same person can repeat the same day for years, not because life refuses to change, but because they refuse to change their frequency, locking themselves into the same timeline loop. And this is why someone who awakens, someone who raises their vibration, someone who makes a decision with absolute clarity, can alter their entire destiny in a single moment. Timeline shifting is not about escape. It is not about forcing outcomes. The timeline where you are healed exists. It is about alignment. The timeline where you are wealthy exists. The timeline where you are awakened exists. The timeline where everything finally clicks exists. You do not need to create them. You only need to match them. Think of it like tuning a radio. The music you want is already playing, but if you're on the wrong frequency, you cannot hear it. When you shift your internal frequency, your thoughts, emotions, identity, you click into the timeline where that version of you is already living. Quantum physics calls this wave function collapse. Mystics call it manifestation. You experience it as a sudden, unexplainable shift in your life. Have you ever felt as if you woke up one day and something was different? A heaviness gone? A new clarity? A strange sense of alignment? That is timeline transition. Subtle, silent, but powerful. And when you do it consciously, the effect is even more profound. Not hope, not wish, not maybe. Declare the version of reality you choose. To shift timelines, you must do three things. Choose it with conviction, with certainty, with embodiment. Feel as that version feels. 2. Match the frequency of that version. Think as that version thinks. Act as that version acts. Now. 3. Let the old identity collapse. Do not carry the weight of the old self into a new timeline. Release the stories, the fears, the loops that kept you stagnant. The moment you do this, reality bends, possibilities rearrange. The quantum field reorganizes around your new signal. You step into a life that feels eerily aligned, synchronistic, meant to be. But it wasn't fate, it was a timeline you chose. So pause for a moment. Feel your current frequency. Feel the timelines around you. Feel the version of you that already exists in a higher dimension, calling you forward. They live within your consciousness. Timelines are not external. Shift your frequency, listen, and you shift your world. You've been taught that the world is something you look at. Fixed, definite, already decided. Something that sits outside you. But quantum physics whispers a different truth. A truth meant for the few who are finally ready to notice the noticing. A truth most people never hear until something inside them cracks open. Because in the quantum field, this lesson isn't said about science. The act of observing doesn't just reveal reality, it creates it. This is about reclaiming the forgotten power inside you, the power of the observer, the power of the one who architects reality simply by becoming aware of it. The observer effect, your hidden identity. At the subatomic level, particles don't behave like things. They behave like possibilities, waves of potential states, floating in a cosmic ocean of maybe. A particle exists everywhere and nowhere, until something conscious looks at it, and the moment it is observed, the wave collapses. The potential becomes actual, the undefined becomes defined. The invisible crystallizes into the visible. So the question is no longer, what is reality? The real question is, who is watching? Is the one deciding what becomes real? Because whoever is watching, and you, yes you, have built entire timelines without knowing you were the architect. You collapsed wave after wave, not accidentally, with your beliefs, your fears, your expectations, your attention, not randomly, but precisely, predictably, consistently, as the observer you never realized you were. Your attention is not passive. Your attention is a creative force. It is not neutral. It is not harmless. Your attention is a directive signal sent into the quantum field, a command, an instruction, a tuning fork that tells reality which version of itself to become next. When you fixate on problems, the wave collapses into more problems. When you expect disappointment, the wave collapses into more disappointment. When you fear loss, the wave collapses into timelines where loss becomes inevitable. Not because you manifested it, but because your observation became the architect's blueprint. Every thought is a measurement. Every emotion is a signal. Every expectation is a collapse. And every focus point is a doorway into a specific version of the universe that responds to you. This is not magic. This is physics, quantum physics, the physics of awareness, the physics of the observer. Most people watch reality from the level of fear, scarcity, and survival. You have been observing from the wrong place. They observe from wounds, not wisdom, from pain, not presence, from memory, not possibility. And so they collapse timelines that reflect the shape of their limitations instead of the shape of their potential. But when the observer rises, when awareness shifts from survival to sovereignty, the architecture of reality changes instantly. Because the universe doesn't respond to what you want. It responds to the frequency from which you watch yourself wanting. Change the observer, and you change the collapse. And you change the world. Change the collapse. This is how timelines shift. This is how destinies rewrite. This is how you break the loop. The awakening. Becoming the deliberate architect. The moment you realize that your awareness is the author of your experience, something irreversible happens. You stop reacting. You start selecting. You stop fearing. You start directing. And you become the hand that writes the script. You stop being a character inside the story. This is your initiation into mastery. This is your return to sovereignty. This is your remembrance of the truth that was always waiting beneath the noise. You were never the player, and now you were always the one holding the controller. The quantum field waits for your next observation, your next choice, your next collapse. Because reality is not watching you. Your next signal. Reality is waiting for you to watch it differently. You've been living inside a story that told you time moves in one direction. Past, present, future. A straight line. A rigid sequence. But that was the illusion. A chain of events you can escape. A training simulation for a mind not yet ready to see what actually moves. A necessary illusion. And what doesn't sell? Because time doesn't flow forward. You move through fields of time. And you've been jumping between timelines since the day you were born. The myth of the straight line. Look closely. Think of a moment you swore you set never forget. But somehow the details shifted. Someone remembers it differently. A word changed. A color changed. You call it memory glitch. A sentence you is certain existed vanished. The subtle fingerprints of parallel paths brushing against each other. Quantum physics calls it timeline bleeding. As you move through the field, time is instead a line. It sips a library, an infinite archive of versions of you, versions of choices and outcomes, versions of reality, all stacked, all accessible, all existing at once. You don't travel forward. You simply tune into the next shelf, the next chapter, the next frequency, the next you. The hidden mechanism. Frequency chooses the timeline. They cipher chosen by state. Timelines are not chosen by effort, by frequency, by the vibration of who you are in this moment. Confidence puts you on another. Fear puts you on one track. Shame opens one set of doors. Self-recognition opens doors you didn't know existed. Every emotional state is a quantum key. Every thought is a signature frequency. Every belief is a tuning signal. And the universe organizes itself around the version of you that is broadcasting now. This is why the same action creates different outcomes depending on who you are when you take it. It was never the action. It was always the signal. Your signal, because you don't create timelines. You select them, like tuning a radio, like shifting the dial, like syncing with a reality that already exists and is waiting for you to step into it. The collapse is instant, but your mind filters. Quantum collapses don't take time. They are immediate. They are absolute. They are absolute. They are total. They are immediate. But your mind, trained in linearity, conditioned by gradual change, addicted to predictability, filters the jump into something that looks like progress, growth, or slow improvement. It sets not slow. It sets instantaneous. The delay isn't in the universe. The delay is in your perception catching up to the timeline you already shifted into. When people change, they think it happened over months or years, but the truth is, they jumped in a moment, and their memories rearranged themselves to make the jump feel gradual. This is why awakening feels like déjà vu. You sense the jump before the story adjusts. You feel the shift before the mind translates it. You have jumped timelines before. Think about all the moments you almost went left, but went right. All the people you met by accident. All the times you felt you escaped something without knowing why. These weren't accidents. You slid into different branches. These were shifts, where different outcomes awaited you. Ever felt like your old self suddenly died? Like a version of you simply disappeared? Like you woke up one day and something was just gone? That was a collapse, a jump, a transition. The you that continued is not the same you that entered. You've traveled further than you know, across infinite forks, across invisible divides, across probabilities that would make your mind shake if you saw them all at once, claiming the ability to shift deliberately, driven by fear, doubt, old wounds, emotional reactions. Most people shift timelines unconsciously, but a conscious being, a mind shift initiate, can shift deliberately. A quantum-aware observer like you, intentionally, precisely, not by force, not by affirmations, not by struggle, but by identity, shift who you are, shift your self-perception, and the timeline that matches that identity appears, and the reality that matches it unfolds. Shift your internal frequency, and the external world rearranges itself to mirror it. This is not self-help. This is not philosophy. This is quantum mechanics applied to consciousness. You are not walking through time. You are selecting slices of eternity, based on the version of yourself you choose to be. Right now, the initiation, becoming a timeline shifter. So here is the awakening you has been moving toward. Time is not moving. You are. You are the traveler. You are the tuner. You are the navigator of infinite selves. You are the one sliding between realities with every breath, every thought, every emotion, every collapse of the quantum wave. You have never been stuck. You have only been unaware. But now the field is open. Now the corridors are visible. Now the doors are unlocked, is waiting for your signal. And the next timeline, the one vibrating just beyond your fear, just one moment of awareness, just one choice to see yourself differently, just one shift of identity, and the entire universe reconfigures itself around you. You are not moving toward the future. You are moving across possibility. The moment you choose the self who belongs to it, and every possibility is already yours. Look around you. Everything you experience, everything you see, everything you call my life, is not happening to you. This is the lesson most people reject first. It starts happening from you, because the external world, and then return to later, after life forces them to notice the pattern they were trying to ignore, is not an independent stage. It's a mirror field, a quantum feedback loop reflecting the vibration of your inner state. You still not living in a world. You're living in a projection of your own frequency, and the universe is simply responding to the broadcast you don't know you're transmitting. The reflection principle. The universe has no choice. In the quantum field, energy organizes around coherence, meaning becomes the shape reality must take externally. Whatever frequency you stabilize internally, not sometimes, not occasionally, but with absolute consistency. The universe doesn't choose how to respond to you. It obeys your state. Your state is the command. Your state is the architecture. Your state is the instruction manual for the version of reality that appears before you. This is why people repeat patterns. This is why cycles repeat. This is why nothing changes. Even when you change your environment, the state shaped the environment, because the environment didn't shape the state. Your emotional frequency is a blueprint. Your emotions aren't such reactions. They are signals, codes, broadcasts. Each emotion carries a frequency, and each frequency aligns with a specific branch of reality. Fear aligns with timelines where fear becomes justified. Abundance aligns with timelines where opportunities reveal themselves. Guilt aligns with timelines that reinforce guilt. Self-worth aligns with timelines where recognition appears effortlessly. Clarity aligns with timelines that show the next step clearly. Emotion is not energy in the body. Emotion is your tuning system. The universe listens to the station you're tuned to. You can say all the right words. You can visualize all you want, not the station you wish you were tuned to. But the field responds only to the vibration you consistently hold. This is why inner healing changes outer circumstances. This is why confidence opens doors that were always closed before. This is why a single moment of self-recognition can cause your entire life to rearrange within weeks. The outer world mirrors the inner one. The illusion of bad luck and good luck, it has no other option. There is no luck. There is only frequency. People call it luck when they don't understand the physics. A coherent internal state, a chaotic internal state, creates chaotic external events, creates aligned external events. Their state is broadcasting scarcity. You know someone who always struggles? You know someone who always receives opportunities? It does not privilege. Their state is broadcasting allowance. It subs resonance. It stains not favoritism. You attract the experiences that match the frequency you have stabilized, even if you don't consciously want those experiences. This can feel confronting, but once you see it, you can no longer play powerless, because you realize you have been the author of the patterns you thought were happening to you. Why changing your thoughts isn't enough. Thoughts are surface level. They are fragile. They change with the weather. They're influenced by mood, sleep, memory, survival instincts. You don't shift reality through thoughts. You shift reality through identity. Identity shapes emotion. Emotion shapes frequency. Frequency shapes your mirror field. This is why repeating affirmations rarely works. Because the words don't match the inner state. The universe doesn't respond to what you say. Become the identity that aligns with the timeline you want. And reality has no choice but to mirror that identity. It responds to who you are when you say it. The quantum mirror, it doesn't lie. Here is the hard truth, and the liberating truth, wrapped into one. Your life is telling you exactly who you are being, not who you think you are. Look at your relationships. Look at your money patterns. Look at your creative flow. Look at your opportunities. Look at your challenges. Look at what repeats. Look at what disappears. Look at what feels effortless versus what feels impossible. All of it is a measurement, a mirror, a reflection of your current dominant state. Not as punishment, not as judgment, but as feedback. Pure, precise, impersonal, quantum-level feedback. The universe isn't set against you. It's responding to you with perfect fidelity, like a mirror that cannot reflect anything but the face you bring to it. The activation, shifting the mirror by shifting the self. Here is the real power. The power you came here to remember. You change it by shifting the frequency. You don't change reality by pushing on reality. That reality is reflecting. Shift the emotion. Shift the state. Shift the identity. Shift the self-perception. Shift the inner signal. Not gradually, instantly. And the mirror must respond instantly. The delay is only in your perception. You've been trying to change reflections instead of changing the face, not in the physics. Now you know better. Now you can do better. Now you can consciously broadcast what you want the field to return to you. This is how you break cycles. This is how you align with abundance. This is how you step into timelines previously inaccessible. The universe has been waiting for you to embody. This is how you reclaim the identity. You think your thoughts stay in your head. You think they were harmless because no one can hear them. You think they disappear the moment you stop thinking them. Your thoughts don't vanish. They radiate. But quantum physics says otherwise. Every thought becomes a signal. They imprint themselves onto the field that surrounds you. They travel, and every frequency becomes a magnetic instruction. Every signal becomes a frequency that the universe responds to with absolute precision. They are the architecture that shapes the unseen before it becomes the seen. Your thoughts are not private. They are the whispers that build your future long before your actions catch up. The quantum echo, thought as a field distortion. In the quantum model, a thought is not just a mental event. It is an energetic ripple, a distortion that moves through the field and interacts with the probabilities already around you. You don't think inside your skull. You think into the space around you. Your field expands meters beyond your body, and every thought vibrates within it like ripples on water. And the important part isn't the thought itself, the emotional charge. It sits the feeling behind it, the frequency content, the sincerity of the signal. A fearful thought whispers one command to the universe. A confident thought whispers another. A self-destructive thought opens one doorway. A self-recognizing thought opens many. This is why thoughts matter. They encode the vibration that sets your reality into motion. Why the universe responds to what you really think. There is a difference between the thoughts you perform and the thoughts you actually believe. I sup in successful. I sup in worthy. I sup in enough. You can tell yourself, but if underneath those words, your true thought is, I am afraid. I am not enough. I doubt myself. Then the universe responds to the true signal, not the scripted one. This is the silent dialogue that shapes your life, but the thoughts you let echo, not the words you speak. Your true thoughts are always felt by the field, because the field responds to your dominant internal frequency, not your temporary, fragile self-talk. You can trick the universe. You can fake your vibration. You can mask your truth with a sentence. The quantum field listens to what you really think and builds reality from that blueprint. Thoughts expand into patterns. Patterns expand into reality. A single thought doesn't shift the universe, and a pattern becomes a frequency, but a repeated thought becomes a pattern, and a frequency becomes a timeline selection mechanism. This is why worrying creates more things to worry about. Why overthinking creates scenarios that never existed before. Why expecting rejection creates experiences of rejection. It's just not superstition. It sets coherence. The mind broadcasts a pattern. The field mirrors that pattern, and reality bends to make the pattern real. Thoughts, patterns, frequency, timeline. This is the invisible chain, the echo loop. Why you keep hearing your own thoughts back. You has been living inside without noticing it. Have you ever noticed that your fears show up everywhere? Your doubts repeat themselves in different forms? Your insecurities appear in multiple areas of your life? That sets the echo loop. Your thoughts leave the mind, imprint onto the field, return to you as external events, and then reinforce the thoughts that created them. A perfect feedback loop, a self-fulfilling circuit, a quantum mirror shining your internal narrative back at you, until you finally decide to change it. This is why transformation feels like breaking a spell, because you are breaking the loop that kept echoing the same reality again and again. How to change the echo. The power of deliberate thinking. Changing your thoughts isn't about force. It's about awareness, and which ones are just noise. It's about recognizing which thoughts carry emotional weight. The thoughts that shape your reality are the ones you believe, feel, repeat, fear, internalize, react to. These are the thoughts that echo, and these are the thoughts you must interrupt. Not with positivity, but with self-recognition. Recognize a thought, see it clearly, refuse to energize it, and you break the echo. Every time you observe a thought, without believing it, you reclaim power, you collapse its charge, you interrupt its broadcast, and the field recalibrates. Your thoughts are a conversation with the universe. Every thought is a message. Every message is an instruction. Every instruction is a magnetic signal. When you say internally, "I always get unlucky," the universe hears. Show me timelines where luck avoids me. When you think, "I attract the wrong people," the universe hears. Bring me more people who match this pattern. When you think, "I am ready to evolve," the universe hears. Open the door. When you think, "I deserve more," the universe hears. Shift them into the timeline where more is aligned. Thoughts are not mental chatter, they are field commands. And the quantum field, patient, precise, obedient, responds every single time. The initiation, mastering the echo field. Here is the breakthrough you were meant to reach. You are not trapped by your thoughts. You are shaping reality through them. Your thoughts do not define you, but they do define your timeline. If you leave them unconscious, now you know the mechanism. Now you understand the field. Now you can speak to the universe deliberately, intentionally, sovereignly, not with words, but with the quality of thoughts you allow to echo into the quantum. You are no longer sending signals by accident. You are beginning to think with awareness. You are beginning to speak to reality itself. You are beginning to reclaim the throne of the inner architect, and reality is already listening. It always was. There is a secret built into the fabric of existence, a hidden rule that governs every particle, every possibility, every world. A rule so strange, so impossible, so undeniable, that it shattered the old understanding of reality forever. The rule is this: nothing becomes real until you observe it. Not metaphorically, not spiritually, literally, scientifically, quantum mechanically. Reality waits for you. It waits for your awareness. It waits for your gaze to collapse the infinite into the singular. You are not inside the universe. Every particle, electron, photon, atom, before you look, everything is a wave of possibilities. The universe is inside the field of your observation, exists as a cloud of probabilities, before it is observed. Not here, not there, not solid, not fixed. Just potential, pure possibility, infinite versions of itself, overlapping, shimmering, waiting. This is called the superposition state, the quantum realm, where all outcomes exist at once. But the moment you observe it, the wave collapses. The probability becomes a fact. The universe chooses a version of reality because you looked at it. The potential becomes the event. Observation calls reality into existence. Your awareness is the catalyst. You are the collapsing point of the wave. You don't see reality. You create it through observation. You are the deciding factor. This is the cornerstone of the observer effect. You are not watching a pre-existing world. You are selecting reality through your attention. Attention is not passive. It is a force, a sculptor, a creator. When you focus on something, you amplify it, you energize it, you pull it from the quantum fog into material form. This is why people who focus on problems experience more problems. Why people who focus on opportunities see opportunities everywhere. It's not mindset, it's not coincidence. It's quantum mechanics. What you observe expands. What you ignore collapses. You are not a character in reality. You are the decoder. Your senses are not windows. They are filters. Your brain is not a receiver. It is a translator of quantum signals. Your perception stitches reality together, moment by moment, like frames of a film, projected onto the screen of awareness. The universe offers infinite possibilities, and your observation chooses which ones congeal into the real world you experience. Think about this. Two people can stand in the same room and live in completely different realities because their observation is collapsing different probabilities. This is why some rise while others fall, why some find meaning while others feel lost, why some see paths while others see walls. The world is the same. The observer is different. Change the observer, change the world, they collapse into existence. The universe behaves differently when you watch. Particles behave like waves when unobserved, in quantum experiments, and like solid matter when observed. Reality literally changes its behavior depending on your awareness, as if the universe is waiting for you to decide. It's not passive, how real it should be. It's responsive. It's participatory. It's a living field of intelligence, reacting to consciousness in real time. You are not meant to witness reality. You are meant to participate in its unfolding. Observation shapes identity. Identity shapes experience. You observe yourself. You don't just observe the world. And every time you turn your awareness inward and declare, "This is who I am," you collapse an identity. Observe your weaknesses, you amplify them. Observe your limitations, they solidify. Observe your strength, they energize. Observe your potential, it crystallizes. You become what you observe in yourself. Your self-awareness is a quantum mirror that shapes your identity. Identity is not fixed. It is the residue of the things you repeatedly observe within yourself. The skill of the initiate, controlled observation. Your power lies in where you place your awareness. Most people observe unconsciously what hurts, what fits missing, what scares them. And by observing those things, they collapse them into their reality. over and over again. But the awakened one observes consciously. The quantum initiate, not with force, not with denial, but with intention. They choose what to give energy, what to solidify from the infinite possibilities around them. They understand that what to make real. Attention is creative. Focus is magnetic. Awareness is generative. You collapse the timelines you choose to look at. The activation, becoming the conscious observer. Here is the truth you were meant to discover in Lesson 10. Reality does not happen first. Your observation happens first. Reality follows. You are the observer. You are the chooser. You are the one collapsing the wave. You are the architect behind the veil. You are the consciousness that calls matter into formation. From this moment forward, observe with intention. Look with purpose. Choose what you want the universe to solidify. Your awareness is the wand. Your focus is the spell. Your observation is the key. The universe is not just watching you, waiting for you. It is responding to you, shaping itself around your gaze. You are not here to witness reality. You are here to collapse it into existence. And this right here is where quantum physics begins to whisper the truth your mind has been avoiding. Because the moment you observe your life, you are no longer just a participant, you become the one who shapes it. You have heard the phrase, energy follows attention, but quantum physics goes further. Let that hit you. Reality collapses where consciousness looks. In the quantum field, particles don't exist in any fixed place until a conscious observer looks at them. Before observation, they are everywhere and nowhere. They are infinite possibilities, infinite timelines, infinite versions of you waiting to be chosen. And the moment an observer appears, the wave collapses. The infinite becomes singular. The possible becomes actual. This isn't set just physics. This is a mirror, a revelation, a reminder of who you always been. Because you have been collapsing the timeline of your life without knowing it. Every thought you choose, every emotion you keep repeating, every belief you refuse to release is a form of observation. You have been looking at your reality through the same lens, and therefore collapsing the same outcome, again and again and again. And you thought it was fate. You thought it was your story. You thought it was destiny. But it was simply your attention looping back on itself. Quantum physics calls it the observer effect. But spiritually, it is the ancient truth. You become what you repeatedly look at. You attract what you expect. You create what you emotionally energize. This is why your life changed the moment you became aware of yourself. The instant you began noticing your patterns, your fears, your desires, your old programming, you shifted from unconscious participant to conscious alchemist. Because awareness is the first spark of transformation. The observer is the magician. The witness is the architect. And here is the secret most people never discover. The moment you observe a pattern, the pattern can no longer control you. When you observe your anger, you are no longer an angry person. You are the one seeing anger. When you observe your fear, you are no longer the one who is afraid. You are the one who watches fear rise and fall. When you observe your thoughts, you become the sky. Observation dissolves illusion. Observation liberates, and thoughts become passing weather. Observation returns you to the throne of your inner kingdom. And this is the turning point of your evolution. You stop collapsing reality unconsciously and begin collapsing it intentionally. You begin choosing the thoughts you nurture. You begin choosing the emotions you amplify. You begin choosing the vision you hold long enough for the quantum field to reorganize around it. This is the birth of the awakened creator, the emergence of the quantum self, the identity shift you were always destined to undergo. Because once you realize that your attention is the wand and your consciousness is the source of collapse, you stop begging reality to change and start commanding it. You stop trying to force outcomes and start aligning with them. You stop chasing the future and start becoming the observer who shapes it with a single intentional look. The universe responds to the one who knows they are watching, not passively, but powerfully, deliberately. Awake. You are not a character inside a script. You are the observer writing the script in real time. You are the consciousness collapsing potential into form. You are the alchemist turning quantum fog into physical manifestation. And the moment you understand this, your entire life bends around your awareness. There is a moment in every awakening where something inside you stops. Not because it is confused, but because it suddenly understands. This is that moment. Because everything you have learned so far, the illusion of separation, the fluidity of reality, the observer collapsing outcomes, all leads to one final irreversible revelation. Asterisk. Asterisk. You are not in the universe. Quantum physics doesn't just hint at this. The universe is in you. Asterisk. Asterisk. It screams it. When scientists looked deep enough into matter, when they looked deeper into that emptiness, they found emptiness. And when they looked into that energy, they found energy. They found something impossible to classify. A field that is aware of itself. Not passive, not mechanical, not accidental. A field that responds to intention. A field that rearranges itself based on perception. A field that behaves differently when consciousness enters the equation. This field, the zero-point field, the quantum field, the vacuum of infinite potential, is not out there. It is not behind the stars, or between the atoms, or floating somewhere in cosmic silence. Asterisk. Asterisk, it is the very essence of your awareness. It is the space inside you. It is the space that is you. Asterisk. Asterisk. Every thought you think arises from it. Every emotion you feel vibrates through it. Every intuition, insight, and sudden knowing emerges directly from this invisible ocean of intelligence. You are not a drop inside the field. You are the field expressing itself as a drop for a moment, a temporary shape, carved out of eternity, to experience itself subjectively. You are the pulse. You are the pattern. You are the wave in the infinite sea. You are the very field that manifests. Asterisk. 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 You are not separate from what you're trying to manifest. And this is why your life changes the moment you realize this truth. Your desires aren't set random. They set for signals. Your visions aren't fantasies. They're coordinates. Your intuition isn't imagination. It's communication from the field itself. The future you long for is not waiting for you. It is being broadcast by you, because the quantum field doesn't respond to effort. It responds to identity, to vibration, to the frequency of who you believe you are. The field collapses into smallness. If you see yourself as small, if you see yourself as limited, if you see yourself as broken, the field compresses into limitation. The field organizes around fracture, but the instant you shift your internal state, the instant you vibrate with the frequency of expansion, clarity, power, your entire reality begins to reconfigure itself. Not slowly, but instantly, silently, beneath the threshold of your senses, not over years. And you are it. There is no delay, because the field is you, between intention and response. Only the illusion of delay, created by your human timeline. Changes occur first in the invisible, then appear later in the visible, like seeds sprouting under soil, before breaking into light. If you truly understand that you are the field, then manifestation becomes something different, not a technique, not a ritual, not a vision board, but an alignment, a tuning of your inner frequency to the outcome that already exists in the quantum sea of possibilities. You don't attract it. You merge with it. You resonate with it. You return to it. Because every version of you already exists right now. Every timeline is already vibrating in the field. Every future is already real and waiting for you to match its signature. This is your liberation, your awakening. You are the field reorganizing itself from within. Asterisk. Asterisk, your final quantum truth. Asterisk. Asterisk, you are not a separate being trying to change reality. You are the creator in disguise, the universe wearing a temporary mask, the cosmic field exploring its own depth through your eyes.